Yeah, over the past few days, I found myself reflecting on many things we discussed in class. And as I'm a person who thinks in structures and in frameworks and in patterns, I needed to create my own framework. And what do I have to adjust to achieve or create and build a better customer experience? Yes, and then I came up with this framework I just presented, and I tried to cluster all the things we discussed in our class into three main topics. Those are the intrapersonal, the interpersonal, and the external factors. For me, the intrapersonal factors such as empathy, honesty, self-awareness, motivation, expectations, mood, personal values, self-efficiency, cognitive biases, or stress level. I think we discussed this on Monday. Those are all the things how I see the world, which I can change. I can never change the personal values of another person. I can change my own personal values. And those are the things I can change the easiest. Does not mean that it's easy to change them for me, but I'm able to change this. I can change my empathy. I can learn to be more self-aware. And I think if I learn those things and I try to improve those things, I can have a positive impact on customer relationships. Yeah, the next factors are the interpersonal factors such as shared values, communication style, trust, respect, nonverbal communication, active listening, or emotional intelligence. Those are the things that come up when I'm in an interaction with somebody else or with another group or something. And those are the things that are not easy or not that easy to change, because there are at least two people involved in this. And it's not like my own self-awareness I can change. I can never change shared values or communication with somebody else because, as I said, so two individuals are involved in this. And last but not least, there are the external factors such as the environment, time, accessibility, economic condition, etc., etc. Those are the things and the circumstances where the interaction takes place. And I think this is the hardest to change in a customer relationship. I mean, in long term, yes, I can change the circumstances, I can change the location and everything else, but those are the things I have to accept when I'm interacting with somebody. Okay, now that I created this pattern and this framework in my mind, I asked myself, how can I make use of this framework to positively influence customer relationships in my life? And then the Pareto principle came to my mind. The Pareto principle, commonly known as the 80-20 rule, is a principle that says that with 20% of effort we can achieve 80% of the outcome. And this is a principle that often already worked out for me. And it also says that if I want to get more of these 80% outcome, I have to increase my input. So I have to increase my 20%. But when I increase my input by maybe 5%, I do not get the same ratio of my output. So if I increase maybe by 5% and my input is 25%, I maybe only get 81% out of my input. Yes, and then I tried to link the Pareto principle with the framework I created, and I thought about all the influencing factors that make up the 20% of my Pareto principle. And I came to the conclusion that the largest part of the 20% are my intrapersonal factors, such as honesty, self-awareness, empathy. Those are the things I can influence the easiest. So if I want to achieve a greater output, I first of all have to regulate those things. I have to become more self-aware or more honest or whatever to, in the end, have a better customer experience. If I want to achieve even more than the 80%, I can focus on my interpersonal or my external factors. And I'm convinced that when I change the things I can change, I can achieve the most and create in total a better customer experience.